What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about 5 guns with no recoil. Well, very little recoil anyway. Now we're going to be talking about a bunch of guns that are incredibly fun to shoot. They shoot super smooth and they are extremely fast. Now I could have picked 5 super slick, incredibly expensive 9mm handguns, but I decided today, instead of that, we're going to pick some guns from a few different categories. That way we spread the love a little bit. Today we're going to err on speed and recoil impulse, or should I say the lack of it. With all that being said, let's get right into it with number 5, a concealed carry gun. I try to think of a concealed carry gun that had extremely low recoil that was also kind of affordable, and the first thing that came to mind was the Ruger Security 380. Now the Ruger Security 380 is a subcompact 380 pistol that is designed around being a carry gun for the every person. If you have arthritis, if you're a smaller statured person and you still want a good capacity, a good shooting handgun, but you don't want to experience any recoil, and you also want to be able to rack the slide super easy, the Ruger Security 380 is right up your alley. It's a polymer frame 380 pistol with a 3-inch barrel, about the same size as a Glock 26. However, it packs a double stack capacity of, I think, 12+1 and 15+1, but I imagine my wife will fact check me. The Security 380 shocked me at how low recoil it actually had, and when we were shooting the gun, I was surprised at how accurate and how easy it was to get rounds on target. It really felt like you were shooting a little sewing machine, and considering the fact that the gun is only around 20 ounces, it is very, very lightweight. You can carry it all day, and again, you still have a decent capacity to get the job done. Now, 380 isn't the most powerful cartridge in the world, but it's still more than enough to get the job done in any civilian altercation, in my personal opinion, and being able to shoot it extremely quickly despite having maybe a lack of recoil control is a great option. On top of that, the guns are incredibly affordable, coming in around $300 in some cases. I think it's a great buy. In at number 4, we have a 9mm handgun that is not affordable. It is the Nighthawk TRS Comp. Now the Nighthawk TRS Comp is a 2011 pistol. It is a double stack 1911 with a steel slide, a steel frame, and an aluminum grip. One of the lightest, if not the lightest, recoiling 9mm pistol I have ever fired, which is obviously why it makes the list. The Nighthawk TRS Comp is a variation of the Sandhawk, which is also incredibly low recoil. It has a single port comp, it has a magazine capacity of 20 and up. It also has an included optics mounting system, slide serrations, a very large dust cover at the bottom, and an incredible 3.5-pound trigger. I did my fastest Texas Star to date, all with the TRS Comp a couple of weeks ago. The Nighthawk TRS is also extremely reliable and extremely accurate at distance, as you would expect from a custom 2011 made by a single gunsmith, which is extremely impressive. I always love the craftsmanship that you get from Nighthawk, and not only do you get the looks and the old-fashioned way of doing things, but you also get performance that's second to none. Now, the reason why we have the TRS Comp on the channel is because of this month's giveaway gun, and we try to find the best guns for the giveaways every single month, and I try to outdo myself every month. That way you guys have the best options available. If you want to get into that giveaway, all you have to do is go to the link in the description below, pick up a limited edition collectible, and you're automatically entered to win this custom TRS Comp that I have personally tested for you. If you're seeing this right now, the giveaway ends tonight at 11:59 p.m., so don't miss out. I would get in now if I were you. This gun's incredibly accurate, incredibly fast, and not exactly affordable. These guns start at $5,100. They take about 6 months to make, and they're made by a single gunsmith. Extremely impressive, but hard to get, but a little bit easier now. If you want to get your wife into guns, get her a 2011. This has the lowest recoil possible, and trust me, it will make her smile.
It's hard to hate a Nighthawk. It's just impossible.
Now, in at number 3, we have a PCC. Now, I was thinking about going with the JP5, but I wanted to do something a little more affordable, so I went with the Strybog SP9A3. Now, the Strybog SP9A3 is a roller-delayed pistol caliber carbine, very similar to the MP5 or the JP5, but what separates it from those two is the price. You can find these for well under $1,000, and they are a joy to shoot. It is a whole lot of fun bringing one of those out on the range. You get to shoot a very affordable ammunition up close at steel, and it doesn't feel like it's beating you up like a .308 like some of the pistol caliber carbines. The roller delayed system really takes a lot of the steam off the powerful 9mm. No, I'm kidding. But 9mm blowback operation generally actually has more recoil than a 5.56, whereas if you get into a roller delayed system like the SP9A3, a very light recoil impulse, very smooth, and very, very easy to shoot, and certainly one of these guns that you are going to absolutely enjoy having in the collection. On top of that, it's actually pretty reliable as well, making a very formidable home defense gun for under $1,000. It looks pretty cool. It sort of looks like a 9mm UMP in my personal opinion. It also has a Picatinny rail in the back so you can put folding braces, so it's very compact. You could use it as a PDW or a bag gun as well, but I would recommend just getting out there and shredding some steel and having a good time. The SP9A3 had a kind of rough track record when it was initially released, but in my personal experience, I've had excellent reliability and pretty good accuracy as well. Overall, it was a fan favorite when we had it out on the range, and I would absolutely recommend it. Now, in at number 2, we have maybe the lightest recoiling full-size pistol, and that's going to be the Smith & Wesson 5.7.
There's just no recoil at all.
Now, the Smith & Wesson 5.7 has some advantages over other handguns. Number 1, it's in 5.7, which is a very light recoiling cartridge to begin with. Number 2, it actually uses a special lockup system called the Tempo Barrel system, and that reduces the recoil even more over its competitors like the Ruger, the FN, or the Palmetto State. I didn't actually think the recoil could get lighter than the FN 5.7 in a full-size cartridge, but it absolutely can. Another advantage to the Smith 5.7 is that it carries a giant capacity of 20 plus rounds in each magazine, and the magazines are also pretty light as well, giving you not only low recoil so you can rapid fire off those shots, but you have enough capacity to keep doing it as long as you want. Another one of those full-size handguns you'd really get your wife out to the range because she's going to have a phenomenal time with the M&P 5.7. It also has a threaded barrel. 5.7 suppresses relatively well. It has an optics mounting system and a very good grip with a really good trigger. One of the best triggers I've ever had on an M&P style gun. I don't know if it's just exclusive to the 5.7, those good triggers, but they feel great, break at 90 degrees, and they are the 2.0 shoe. So very, very cool trigger, very accurate, very reliable, very fast gun with super low recoil. Now, there won't be any honorable mentions for this video because I plan on doing a bunch more. These are a lot of really low recoil guns on the market, and I just wanted to throw out a fun list for you guys, but I had to put this one at number 1 because we shot this recently. Now, I've been into shotguns recently. I've been shooting my Benelli M4 a lot because Benelli traditionally is known as the lightest recoiling shotgun. Another great option is the Beretta guns. We have the A300 Patrol. Love that gun for the price. Mossberg 930, another great gun. My competition shotgun back in the day, the Versamax, was another gun that was considered to be very light recoil. Anything that's gas operated usually is pretty light recoil, and semi-autos usually have less recoil than pumps. But recently, I shot a shotgun that basically put all those guns to shame, and I'm not even playing around. The Genesis 12 3-gun was an absolute dream to shoot. Now, I have some experience with the Genesis 12 platform, and I'm a pretty big fan of it. Basically, an extremely reliable semi-automatic AR-style 12-gauge. AR-style 12-gauge has been around a long time, but Genesis made them reliable. They use a slightly different system and a slightly different barrel lockup to ensure reliability even on some lighter loads, which is pretty impressive. However, even above the standard Genesis, which I have shot in full auto on buckshot, it's pretty crazy, but the TTI 3G Gen 12 is beyond ridiculous. It has a giant muzzle brake on the barrel, which is extremely impressive. It comes with 13 round magazines, and it has a hyperfire trigger, making it almost as easy to shoot as a .308 rifle. The gun comes with an 18.5-inch barrel, a very unique mid-barrel compensator, which I can't again stress enough. It works extremely well. Probably 50% the recoil of any other 12 gauge that I've ever shot, and that includes the Benelli M4. It's got a 13-inch M-LOK rail, a flared magwell, ambi controls, and a very nice recoil pad on the AR stock, allowing you to not only cushion that recoil.
There's recoil, but it doesn't like hurt.
But you can actually adjust the stock length, unlike a lot of shotguns. Now, I know they come with spacers, but we both know that's annoying, and in the moment, you're not going to move it back and forth, whereas the Genesis is just as easy to move back and forth as your standard AR. The first time we had this gun on the range, none of us could actually believe how fast and how easy to shoot this shotgun actually was. If you want to get into shotguns and maybe you have too much money laying around and you also don't want to experience a lot of recoil, the TTI 3G Gen 12 is definitely the way you should go. Extremely expensive, as most Terran tactical guns are, running around $4,900, but also extremely accurate, extremely reliable, and extremely fast. It was an easy number one for me, considering it's the fastest shotgun I've ever shot. And now I know I said no recoil, but compared to 12 gauge, 50% or less is extremely impressive. What a phenomenal shotgun. Now, before I go, I do want to mention one more time that we are giving away the Nighthawk TRS Comp, an extremely expensive, custom-made 2011 pistol that is one of the fastest pistols on the earth. If you want to get into that giveaway, all you have to do is go to the link in the description below, pick up a limited edition collectible before tonight at 11:59 p.m., or you're shit out of luck. So go down there, check it out, and get your chance to win a badass gun. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please stop by our local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.